Alright. How are you all doing, boys? What's up? Boys and grills, what's up? I'm sure this pack will contest tier limit. You need to stop being such a Debbie Downer, Harriet, okay? You need to be more upbeat about Master Duel, you know? You're not just going to come across tier limit every single game. I can definitely play Marincess in this format with the new Link card without getting my ass blasted. It will definitely happen. I won't have to deal with 15 different deck lists playing the stupid hand trap that stops me using my graveyard. That definitely won't occur. I won't be trying to play a Link deck into a format filled with Flunderies. Nah. We'll be right. Doing great. Happy Monday. Happy Monday to you too. Is it even Monday where I am? Am I on Tuesday now? Yeah, I'm on Tuesday. I think my alert box off. Holy shit, if I change my alert boxes on when I start my stream, that's a fucking surprise. So I have the Labyrinth support in 2 to 3 months. I'm excited for the actual bad list that will do like the tier limit. Not copium, right, guys? No, it'll come. There'll be a ban list eventually, right? Okay. Did someone order a I'm not British! Wait, do I... Where is the British... Okay, I don't even... You know what? We take what we can get, I guess. At least they have nice accents. Hey, Aria. Alright, so we've got a couple of things to go through today. We've got this nice looking leaks page here with a bunch of leaks, and we've got the pack. So I think we'll start with the leaks. You're probably all here for the pack, so we'll start with the leaks first, because I did have that. That is in the title. Yes, I'm not. What gave you the impression I was British? I get that a lot, actually. I don't understand why. The thing about it is often people keep calling me Jacksepticeye. Like, how does this look like Jacksepticeye? Like, where? The fact I get that comment, like, once every couple of weeks is still odd to me, but anyway. Is that Jacksepticeye playing Yu-Gi-Oh? No. I'm not Irish either. Anyway. No, I'm Australian, by the way. Surprised people don't know that by now. Well, that shit is like plastered all everywhere. Yeah, discount Jacksepticeye. Anyway, so let's have a look at some of these leaks provided to us by Random Blocks and Mr. Brad himself. Oh, she's got a profile pitch? Okay. Anyway. Alright, so we've got all this changelog stuff. This stuff is a new pack, new structure deck, new animations, new mates, new protectors, new icons, new profile frame, new solo mode, new rank, new campaign, and special tickets. What the hell this means? I'm not sure. I think a lot of people are on copium. They're thinking this is like the tickets you get in Duel Links. I forget what they were. I've already forgotten what they're called. The tickets you can get in Duel Links, so you grab box cards for free. I think people are coping that that's going to be this. I doubt it. New rank. We've had this, like, leaked into the game, like, 9 times now. Are they gonna finally release it, or are they gonna keep putting the same file in the game? Like, we've had this leak so many goddamn times now. At least you get to see some nice little stuff down below on it. Solo mode, blah, blah, blah. Profile frame, icon, protectors, mates. The mate's actually pretty dope, by the way. New animation, structure deck, and new pack. Yeah, it's probably the same ones from the anniversary. That sounds about right. Alright, so here's the pack. Of course, we'll go through that in just a bit. We've got the Blackwing structure deck, which I don't really like. I assume this is going to come with new cards, right? It's not just going to be like the Salad one that came with nothing new. The Salad one came with nothing new, right? I think. Oh, no, it came with Heat. That came with Heat Soul. One of the structure decks didn't come with anything new, but I'm pretty sure this one's going to come with new stuff, right? Some new Blackwing stuff. Look at the new animations. Is that on this page? It's not. So I have to go look for a video for that or something if there is one. I mean, I bet if I just look up Playmaker's channel, it's already on there, so let's have a look. I bet it's already on there. He always uploads the things, right? That's not helpful. Wait, it's not already on there. What the hell? 11 new cards for Blackwing? They even have that much new support to come? Holy. Bro, that's like a quarter of a deck worth of new cards. What the hell? Oh, the rest are unreleased ones. Oh, okay. One old... Okay. Well, that link didn't work very well. It's a fucking actual page. Click on this link? That didn't work. Oh, okay, yeah, I see it. So there is the Blackwing stuff. I guess we can have a look at this first. So we're at the Blackwing structure deck. What have we got here? We could watch Decade's video and skip over it all. Did Decade copyright people for looking at his videos? Probably not, right? We won't risk it. Alright, leaked new structure deck cards. Alright, I don't even know what Blackwing does, fuck it. Let's just watch Decade's reaction to it. Hello, internet?
Deck is coming out with the next pack to it. I'm gonna try.
Yeah, show me the replay.
Blackwing is insane. I also have some regional tournament topping deck list for you.
Regional topping Blackwing? Really? Wait, this deck doesn't suck? No shot, this deck doesn't suck. Okay, well there's a couple of toppings there, okay? It's not awful. What? Why is there a magical mallet here? No, wait, this guy wasn't playing mallet. Oh, thank God he wasn't. What did you top? How did this top? There's a mallet in here. What? Bro, what? What? I don't want to know how he topped with that. I really don't. It's mid, but a good kind of mid. Alright, let's see this little Decade combo. Let's gonna show it off. This great combo.
Do it. Let's get to it. It is not a hard once per turn. So if you have a second copy, an additional way to additional summon, which I will show you, you get multiple activations. Its other effect is you contribute a monster, including itself, to summon a token, level 2 tuner token, but then you're locked into Synchron.
A card that mentions Blackwinged Dragon?
Crow monsters only, so if you want to link it up, you're going to have to wait with that effect. So let's...
Do they all mention Blackwinged Dragon? What cards mention specifically Blackwinged Dragon? Anyway, I see what'll show us.
Let's resolve it. We have a new card.
Oh shit, I love that card art.
If you control a Blackwing, you could special summon this onto the field. So let's do that effect first, then let's get to what it does. So come forth, Vata onto the field. Yeah. Vata's now going to activate its main effect, which is going to be to synchro using the deck. That's right. You've heard a few.
Using the deck? So this one, right? Once per turn, during the main phase, you can send this card to the field to the graveyard along with one or more non-tuner Blackwing monsters from your deck. So they equal exactly 8. Wait, one or more? You can send multiple Blackwings. I mean, assume you're going to send the one that gets resummoned itself, right? One or more? Okay, that card's kind of crazy, okay. Yeah, it's like Brandon Synchro. Okay, Blackwings can do stuff, okay.
Fusion summoning with the deck. It's time to synchro with the deck. So we're going to send from the deck to the graveyard, plus using itself, to come forth and summon our Black-Winged Dragon. Now,
wait, so this card actually has a use now?
Good, but other
it's
cards
not just a troll
work with
card?
it now, so get ready for that. Let's resolve it. Now, what we are sending to the graveyard is Zephyros.
Yeah,
you all know this card. Return a card back to your hand to summon it onto the field to reuse effects. Here's a new one, though. You could send this from the hand or field, and it's important to know that it's hand or field to the graveyard,
so it's not a break.
Which this is a quick effect. If you control a Dark Synchro, you will be able to target a face-up monster your opponent controls to then negate it in -7.
A hand trap. Okay, so okay, this archetype's not looking troll.
Attack,
wait a minute.
So it can be used within the damage negate. It is. So that is a big, big deal. Now let's keep on going. We're going to use the effect to lock us out of the links by tributing off the Synchro to give us a token. And then we're going to use the Zephyros returning the Mad Lad back to the hand to come forth and summon. Now, we already used up our normal summon, so we are going to summon Nathung. This allows us to perform an additional summon, which you're going to, in most of your plays, this is what you're going to want to do. Additional summon the Sudri with the Nathung. So come forth, an additional summon, activate again, and we're going to search for the brand new Blackwing Twin Shadow. This is activatable turn 1. You can activate this if you control 2 Blackwing monsters, so from the hand it works. Otherwise, you could set it. It allows you to shuffle 2 Blackwing monsters from your graveyard or banish pile back in the deck to perform a Synchro summon into a Blackwing. So let's see what we do there. We're going to end up using it right now, but generally you will...
Are you say using the graveyard? Yeah. Blah, blah, banished, and in your and banished as well. Okay, that trap's kind of sick. And I assume you just use it during your opponent's turn as well, because it's a trap card. You can control 2 of my monsters. Take this card from your hand. You need, oh my god, Synchro during your opponent's turn. Is that? I don't know if that's ever going to be relevant, but it might be.
We're going to end up using it right now, but generally you will probably want to save this for your opponent's turn. But since this is a 1-card combo, let's do it. And we're going to summon Blackwing Borea Storm. Okay. The Wicked Mind states that on summon, you're going to send a Blackwing from your deck to the graveyard. So we have Vata and Borea Storm sending Blackwings from the deck to the graveyard. You also become the level of the monster you sense, and this is a tuner. It also has another crazy effect, which is going to rarely be used. If it destroys a monster by battle, you can banish a Blackwing from your graveyard, and then you could special summon the destroyed monster to your field in defense. All right, kind of like Goyo Guardian. We're going to turn it into a level 4. So level 4.
I love Goyo
We're now
Guardian,
going to make
please.
full Armor Master unaffected by other card effects, 3,000 attack. Very good. Now, that's going to trigger the effect of the whole, oh geez, the thing's not slowing down. This is going to trigger the effect of the Shamal. Shamal states that if a Blackwing Synchro is summoned, you get to banish this card from the graveyard to add a monster from the graveyard back to the hand. Whoops, I'm trying to click it off, geez. And the card you're adding to your hand is the Chinook. Right? Chinook's going to be that quick effect to negate a monster on the fields. So let me try to, not, you can right click, it goes nuts. All right, where are we here? Let's move X away from that. Thank you very much. Now, you missed the other big part here is you synchroed with the deck, right? Now you're synchroing with the graveyard. What this is going to do, it's going to banish a tuner and a Blackwing Dragon from your graveyard or face up on the fields. So from the grave, banish. You don't have to activate anything. Just from the extra deck on the field using the graveyard. Now, this is kind of like a masquerade from Branded, but it instead only minuses 700 to your opponent if they activate a monster effect, not anything. So this also states that you gain a Black Feather counter. And if you have 4 Black Feather counters, you could quick effect, tribute this card, destroy all cards on the field. That is crazy.
Wait,
so
that
let's see what our
include
opponent can do now
itself?
with this field. Just a 1-card combo. We have a negate, we have unaffected by everything, burn for 700 on every activation, and we are going to negate that effect right there, and you're going to drop down to 2,300 attack and not attack if you activate it. Now for our turn, we're going to use the other effects of our full armor master, because not only do we negate, we put a wedge counter onto the full armor with the full armor effect. So that is going to be yoinking the opponent's monster. It is now ours, and then let's see what we can do with it. I'm going to tribute ourselves to summon a tuner token, making a Baron to floor. Some lists will use this, some others will not. There is an effect that locks you out of being able to summon the Baron floor, which is the Vata. So you have to do this before even making Vata. Now let's hop into it.
Okay. That seems pretty dope. Alright, so it shows off most of the new cards. Was there anything else that I... Was there any other effects in here you didn't cover? This is Zonda. You special summons, yes, except Synchro summons. You can only use one of the following effects once per turn. If this card is normal special summon, you can target one monster on the field, return it to your hand. Banish this card from your graveyard, special summon level 5 or higher Blackwing monster in your hand or deck. Even that card doesn't sound that bad. The continuous spell? Oh, here it is, okay. Hello, audio? Can I have some audio for this?
It's 1,600 attack. This has a very cool effect. It's a level 4 tuner. We're going to use it right now. We're going to send it to the graveyard to play a Black Feather Whirlwind. This is a soft once per turn. So with Zephyros, you could return it back to your hand, replay it, activate it again. On the summon of a Dark Synchro, you're going to be able to target a Blackwing that is banished or in the graveyard and special summon it. So that's a very big deal. We have the search, we have the special summon. Now let's get the Vata onto the field. And Vata is going to be synchroing with the deck, summoning your Black.
Okay, sure. Okay, so just a revive back. Sure. Alright, so Blackwing actually does something. Okay. I actually thought this deck seemed absolute hot garbage, but then again, didn't experience any of these new cards, so that's pretty sick. This card in particular sounds so interesting. The fact you just put a Zephyros in the grave and get a searchable hand trap actually sounds crazy. What, rarity is Whirlwind? That's a good question. I'm gonna guess ultra rare. Wait, it's SR? Holy! Wait, what's expensive in Blackwing? Zephyros? Mostly just extra deck stuff? To be fair, a lot of extra deck stuff, so I'm pretty sure you play all these. Does this dude get played in Master Duel? Not often. Assume you're playing in Master Duel though, you're a good guard. Yeah. It's actually not that expensive, but I guess we're gonna get a structure deck anyway, so it should theoretically be cheap regardless. Do you actually build Blackwings? I mean, with the structure deck, sure. Seems pretty good. Obviously, he's not going to be some top meta thingy, because as we can see from these great topping deck lists with Magical Mallet being played, there's nothing... I have no idea how these decks were topping. Specifically this one. He's playing like no hand traps too. This guy's playing a few. It's only one Zephyros, right? Yeah. Okay, well... At least I can say I can make a video on the deck rather than the last structure deck they released, that stupid Gaia one, which I actually just could not make a video on, other than the one where I complained about it. Yeah, at least I can make a video on this one, so that's good. Deck seems fun. Alright. So what else we got? That's enough looking at Blackwings and listening to Mr. Decade for now. Alright, cool, cool, cool. We've got the Qualifiers pack, which is probably going to be very exciting, I'm sure. It's definitely not going to be added to the large list of tickets I've got in my my little box in the game right now. Got like 99 plus notifications for that shit. Can never open those packs, so I've just got... whatever. I really wish they just add like 1 or 2 useful cards to these like event packs. Just like 1 or 2 ones that just like... I'm not asking for much, just something that's actually worth opening. You know, rather than pulling all these like uncraftable ultra rares that you don't want to just sit in your inventory and just take up slots. More Decade. Decade might come back later in the stream. We might need him for some of the other leagues. Who knows? I can claim more packs now. Is that actually an update? Why are you holding your tickets? It's not a case of holding my tickets. It's a case of I have it like a billion of them and they do nothing. Where is it? 100 at a time? Wait, actually? Hang on, let me have a look. Is it not going to show the game? Hello? I don't know. New screen, Pog? New screen? Wait, actually? Oh shit, it actually has gone over 99. Okay. Yeah, because these packs actually have like nothing in them, and I assume the World Championship packs will be just as useless. Alright, how the fuck do you use these things? I don't remember. It's gotta be in here somewhere, right? Oh shit, you can actually open 100 at a time now. Okay. Well, unfortunately, these packs are just completely dead, though. There's like only two or three cards in here you actually want. It's like nothing. This dude's alright. This dude's alright. I guess you want to play this deck, which no one plays. Cyberstein's in here somewhere. Yeah, this Stealth Kraken's in here, but this, yeah, that's just absolute hot garbage, so... I assume the Worlds pack will be exactly the same, sadly. Claim them? I can't be bothered. It's like, even if I do open them, all it does is when I open my, when I go to build a deck, those cards that are absolute garbage I'll never use, I'm just going to take up the slots where I'm trying to search through to find cards. They're actually annoying that they exist. It's actually annoying to be given them. Yeah. Lazy Packs opening stream? No, I can't be bothered with that shit. You opened them for Penguin Brave, but he's only like an SR. Oh, is he Ultra? I don't know. He is, right, actually. That's pretty dope, actually. Alright. Of course, we have this new rank leak for the 70,000th time. Will they finally add it? Will it actually be added to the game? That's the question. And what does this rank mean? Is it just going to be a rank above Diamond 1 like King of Games is in Duel Links that's completely pointless and no one cares about? Or is it actually going to be a like legend rank or mythic rank like it is in Magic where you have a little rank next to you? I doubt they'll do that. That's actually that's pure copium, let's be real. But yeah. I really hope they do that, but they won't. Give you an actual reason to grind past the highest rank in the game. That'd be actually fantastic. Like Challenger in League. They've added some text to say Master Tier, and yeah, I don't... We've had this leak so many times, now it's hard to get hyped about it, because who knows if they're actually going to come next month or not. Alright. Upcoming campaigns, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. New animations for all of these dudes, most of which are new, so nothing too excited there. You mean you don't want 200 gems? Oh, for the rank up? Shit, man, you're right. I don't even bother climbing higher than Diamond 5 at the moment. I literally sit Diamond 5 every season and stop. I just can't be bothered. Give me an actual reason to climb, please. Alright. New future mates, including this one, which looks dope, by the way. Hoping this one's going to be a cheapie rather than the expensive ones. Why Aurora Dolphin, though? Who is playing this card? Who's, like, plays this card and is so excited about it they want it as a mate? Like, it's such a random one. Is this card really that popular? I can kind of understand this dude, but Aurora Dolphin? Who's playing you? Penguin only. Like, it's literally a... What? Huh? It's literally a penguin only, like, okay. Anyway. Got some protectors, qualifiers, the for hire. Why'd they need to put the Master Duel logo in the bottom left of these protectors? Like, bruh, we know it's Master Duel, we're playing the game. Hello? Yeah, tell us what we're actually playing right now. Bruh. It's very silly. Man, they did the same thing for Duel Links too, with all the playmats and shit as well. Icons for anyone that cares. The icons I'll never obtain because I'm never going to play in one of these cups. Actually cringe. Now there's your I assume that's the master thing that goes around your name, which is actually a lot cooler than the diamond one, so I actually would like to use this. Probably one of those things I'll get once, then probably not bother to do again. Just sit around in diamond again. They now cut logos to City Sleeves and Mad Sag. Special tickets. Ticket inventory, list of your tickets. Oh yes, these are just the tickets. I assume these are going to be like the event-related stuff. They're going to be absolute, similar to like the anniversary ticket things. We're not actually going to get tickets like we have in Duel Links. It's just a different game. You don't really need them in Master Duel because of how the game works. We can just craft cards anyway, so not really needed. So this is just going to be for anniversary type stuff, I imagine. The red and blue one is YCS, or these two? Oh no, this one. Oh, what? WC, yeah, okay. What are these two then? Anyway. S4 solo mode, which... I'm going to be honest, could not care a lot. What the... I don't know what's going on in that comment section. Anyway. On to the main event. The pack itself. So we've got a lot of cards to go through here. Because I've seen a few of these archetypes. So I know the Marincess dude over here. I know about the higher stuff. But a lot of this stuff I'm completely unknown to. Like Plunder Patrol and Ice Jade and the funny archetype. Respect S4s? I don't know, man. I tried playing that shit in Duel Links and it felt awful. And I keep seeing all these people topping tournaments with it and getting cog with it. I'm like, God, maybe I just suck. Maybe I just suck. Let's be real here. I'm just bad. Alright. Alright. Diabolontis, the Menacing Mantis. Right. It is kind of synchro summon. You can send insect and or plant monsters from your deck to the graveyard up to the number of non-tuners used for its synchro summon. If you control the synchro summon card, you can target one insect or plant monster you control. Treat as a tuner this turn. Right. So sending insects to the grave sounds pretty dope. But there's not really that many good insect decks. There's a lot of good plant decks though. So has any deck actually used this? It doesn't sound that bad though. Seems like in specific plant decks, it might be good. Just having a generic searching sort of a card. Hello? Where's my goddamn... Hello? A TCG original card? What am I doing in here? I mean, there's not many plants in tournaments, is there? I got a couple. Stereon Punk is where it was played? Probably by the same guy, I imagine. Oh, because Stereon a plant, right? I see, I see. Send Maxi? Oh god, not a generic Maxi searcher, no. That could actually be abused somewhere, no joke. Make Maxi a mate so it can be bad. Yeah, they have a habit of seem to banning all the mates that the poor interns worked on. Some poor intern spent his goddamn 6 months working on that frog just for it to be banned 1 week after its release. Alright, this cutscene's pretty dope. Doesn't seem there's going to be impacting the meta all that much though, but it could come up in the future. Any generic searches generally have a chance to pop up here and there. Mini Aruka. Okay. When a water monster effect is activated, a quick effect, you can special summon this card from your hand. Okay. You can banish one face-up fish, sea serpent, or aqua monster you control, then target one face-up card on the field, negates effects until the end of your opponent's turn. Okay. I think I'm gonna pass on that one. It seems pretty... Yeah. Banishing one of your own water monsters to do something? I mean, it's a level 4, so you can chuck it in your shark decks, I guess. Ghoti. Free negate. I mean, it's not free when you're banishing one of your own cards. I wouldn't call that free. Actually, you are right, it's an extender. That's true. The extending part's pretty relevant, because now it's an extender that actually has something to go with it. Actually, this does seem like a very good shark deck sort of a card, eh? Can banish itself. Yeah, you certainly can. Never mind. Totally awesome at home. Actually, this card seems pretty good. Never mind. I take all that back. This card seems dope. Seems fantastic in just the current shark decks you have. Because currently we're playing a lot of just random extenders, like the one that shuffles back and stuff. So it's literally just an extender that instead of using the extend, you can just leave it on the field as a negate if you don't have like anything to go into. Actually sounds pretty dope. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing has seen some play, if there's been any popular, you know, water decks around, but I don't know if, Actually, TCG still has, Toad, doesn't it? So that deck might actually still be relevant somewhere. How am I doing that? Yeah. It should have something, right? Oh, Ghoti has a topping? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Alright, so this guy makes sense as an extender. What is that? Okay, I don't look at that anymore. Not a quick effect though. I mean that's fine because like I said, you're basically using this thing as a as an extender, and if you're not using it as an extender, you can just use it as like a negatey thing. Not the worst, not the worst. Yeah, I'd probably play this over... Where is the shark stuff? Shark. Bro, where's just the standard there it is, Buzzsaw. Yeah, I'd probably play this over this dude. I don't really like Silent Sea Needle that much. Because it basically does the same sort of thing, only... Yeah, it doesn't doesn't this thing specifically lock you or something, which can be really annoying for specific players. Like going into the, this line. The Utopia line. It locks you out of it. Whereas this dude doesn't, he's just a special summon. See, I think I like it more than Needle. Alright, moving on. Ghoti okay, so I have to share this. So, for those that don't know about Ghoti, I don't know if this is actually, like, I assume this is legit because someone in my Discord posted, and they would never lie to me. This is what Ghoti actually means, the name. Ghoti is a proposed alternative spelling of the English word fish, used in 1855 letter between two authors, used to highlight the disparity between written and spoken English. It is derived from the GH in tough, pronounced as an F, the O in women, pronounced as an I, and the T in nation, pronounced as sh. Most Ghoti monsters have names that are anagrams of words related to fish in various languages. So this archetype, you could literally pronounce it as fish, and you're not wrong. So if you want to say Fish Fury, you literally can. I find that should just sounds, that's one of the funniest names I've seen for an archetype ever. That's actually so cool. That's literally Fish Fury. It's all fish. Like, that alone makes me want to make a video on the archetype, even if it's hot dog shit. That alone makes me like, maybe I need to make a video on this deck, you know? Alright, so Ghoti Fury, or Fish Fury. You can target a fish monster you control and one monster your opponent controls, banish both monsters until your next standby phase. A fish monster is special summoned to your field or any cards is banished. You can banish this card from your graveyard or your face-up field and spell trap card zone. All fish monsters you can't control gain 100 attack, blah blah blah. Okay, so it's just a banish. A continuous effect, banish, so you can keep using it. Okay. So the first effect's the only thing that's relevant. If this thing's searchable as part of your combo, sounds great. Sure. It's like a Sprite, Sprite? Is that the one? Sprite... No, Slashes. It's like the Slashes card, except continuous, so you can keep using it. To be fair, it is also a trap card, so you can't use it instantly, but... Yeah, it seems pretty good for a turn 1 play. Just have a nice trap card there to banish some stuff. If the deck has, like, extra resources on field to be used, obviously. Yeah, Smasher. The deck's also fine. It's just a deck out of time compared to the meta. Oh, okay. Oh, your cards benefit from being banished. Oh, so it likes to banish your stuff. Okay. Yeah, I like this card. It's nice. If it's searchable, you 100% probably want to play it at 1, unless there's a better searchable trap, such as maybe this one. Fish Cosmos. Apply these effects in sequence based on the number of banished fish monsters. Okay. Your fish monsters cannot be destroyed battle this turn. It's an effect. The activation and effect of fish monster effects on your field cannot be negated. Okay. 8 plus. Special summon one fish monster from your extra deck. Okay, so I'm gonna make the bold assumption this card doesn't see play. Like, this seems awful. Like, I don't know how much this deck banishes, but unless you're banishing 8 on your first turn, this card seems hot garbage, man. Like, bro, those first 2 effects are awful. This is only going to be used for its last effect. And if you're banishing 8 cards, I mean, maybe the deck's sick, but, yeah, that seems awful. Yeah, you activate Grass and your opponent activates Shifter. There we go, we've got the play, boys. There it is. Activate your own Shift, activate Grass, there's your combo, I don't know. To be fair, like I said, have never played the archetype. Maybe it actually does banish 8 on its first turn, but I'm going to call this one garbage, I think. Alright, then we have... God damn it. Can you read that? Chat can barely read the text over the current chat, but you can just listen to my own voice. What is that name? Glowglim, Spear of the Goki. Goki? Yeah, Goki, alright. At the start of the damage step, if this card battles an opponent's monster, you can banish that opponent's monster. Okay. During your opponent's standby phase, you can banish this card. Then, if the monsters used as material for this Synchron card are all in your graveyard, you can special summon all of them, but banish them when they leave the field. Right, so I assume this is used as some sort of combo, because I don't really know what it's used for otherwise. So you're banishing it to bring back the resources? Do the resources have like a on summon, because I think its deck is meant to synchro summon during your opponent's turn, right? So they have like a bring back on summon during your opponent's turn synchro summon or something with this? Or is it just a completely dogshit card? It seems like a dogshit card unless it has some specific combo with it. You need Graveyard Online, so no Macrocosmos and D-Shifter? Yeah. Also means that all the people playing that are going to be cucking you. Yeah, so I don't really know what the point of this card is yet. Maybe they'll sling it later on, but... at the moment it seems pretty garbage to be banishing your own Synchro monster. The material be banished when used again, which has benefits, technically. No, we'll see. Not too sure on this card. We'll go watch, I think we'll go check out, I'm pretty sure Decay did a video on this as well, so we'll go check out that after we've gone through them all. Alright. Arian Post, Serpent of the Fish. If this card is synchro summoned, you can banish one level 6 or fish monster from your deck. Okay. If this card is sent to the graveyard as synchro material, you can target one fish monster in your graveyard, banish that target. Then you can add one fish monster with an equal or lower level from your deck to your hand. Okay. You only use each effect once per turn. Okay, I'm liking this. What is the level 6 we're banishing? Is it the next one? I'm going to read this card real quick, because I'm assuming because this is level 6 that it's probably this card is the one you're targeting. During the main phase quick effect, you can banish 2 fish monsters from your hand and or graveyard, special summon this card from your hand. If this card is special summon, you can target one face-up card on the field, banish it when it leaves the field. If this card is banished, you can banish one fish monster from your graveyard, add this card to your hand. I see. That's looking pretty good. Okay, it's a little bit of a combo going on here. It doesn't really do anything though, it just summons itself, is that it? Does it have any other actual like use though? You can banish the fish monster your hand or graveyard, special summon this card from your hand. If this card is special summon, you turn face on the field, banish it and leave the field. No. Okay. Foolish for the archetype, it banishes instead. Alright, maybe we're not using this card. Maybe there's something else going on in here. We'll grab one of these other dudes. Alright, I don't mind this card though. It's literally Foolish Burial, but a banishing effect. And it also has that nice other effect to it, another search, right? Yeah, then when you use a Synchron material, it can literally banish to add another fish, which seems also dope. So both effects of this card seem great. Seems like this will be a main resource of the deck. This one, not too sure, maybe. Alright. Exceep Omen of the Fish. If a fish monster is banished except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand. Okay. During the summon phase of the next turn after this card was banished, you can target one of your Ghoti traps that is banished or in the graveyard. Set that target. I mean, it's probably more used just for its special summon effect, but the trap card part seems pretty irrelevant. Pretty irrelevant. I mean, what happened to my hair? I'm just not wearing the hat today. What happened to it? What's going on? My hair's fine. It's a little bit... Came out the shower not too long ago, so it's a little bit damp. That's what you mean. It's only used for the special summon, I imagine. The trap effect seems pretty relevant. Zeb, Ruby of the Fish. You can banish this card from your hand and target one fish monster in your graveyard and banish it. During your opponent's turn, if this card is banished, you can special summon it. During your opponent's turn? If this card is special summoned, except during the damage step, immediately after this... Okay, immediately after this effect resolves, synchro summon one fish synchro monster using this card you control. Okay. So at any point during your opponent's turn, it's not even a main phase, so you can do it during battle phase too, which is sick. So your opponent, what I mean by that is your opponent, unlike something like IP, can't just bait it out by just trying to go to battle phase. This one is the juice. Alright, I like this. I do like this card. This card seems dope. Hell yeah, this card seems dope. New Crystron. Actually seems dope. I love this. Love look at this card. Could be fun. Now we're waiting for the fish card we're trying to summon with this, though. What fish synchro are we summoning? I assume it's coming up later. One of these dudes, I imagine. Alright, Spellbound. A quick play spell. All face-up monsters your opponent currently controls cannot be tributed or used as material for a fusion, synchro, exceeds, or link summon. So this card seems like, why don't we just use that trap card instead that does the same thing, but floodgates of the whole turn rather than a target thing, or whatever this is? Not target, I mean a, use only on the ones currently on the field. Like, isn't this card just a shit version of... I don't know the name, but someone in chat will probably give it to me. The trap card, it's dimensional something, right? Dimensional... barrier? Yeah, it's barrier, there it is. Yeah, it's just a shit version of barrier, right? It has cool artwork. Maybe if you're an iRobot fan. Yeah, I don't like this card at all. It seems a Garbonzo. Because you want to, like, it's not awful, but like you'd want to use it on like one of the first things they do just to stop it. Like if you were using like warning point or something, just like the singular stop, so they don't continue extending a billion times. But then they'll just continue playing after they've used this card. Like it's only like disrupts like a normal summon. Like, it's not the worst. There's definitely a lot of decks that would struggle to play through it, but it's like... I think just play Dimensional Barrier. It looks better IRL. Yes, iRobot fan. Okay. Okay, dude. Tilting Entrainment. Is this actually a train card? Well, that's an Xyz thing. If this card is synchro summoned, you can special summon with level 4 or lower Pendulum from your extra deck. At the end of the damage step, with this card or your Pendulum monster battles an opponent's monster, but the opponent's monster was not destroyed by battle, you can destroy the opponent's monster. Right. So any Pendulum players in chat want to tell me if this is useful? I am not a Pendulum player at all, don't pretend to be, and never will be. So is this a useful card, chat? Anyone using this? Doesn't have Endymion in the name, so it's probably useless. We had a couple of people playing it. A YCS top 16 and a Hamilton WCQ second place. Ah, there's the real win condition in this deck. Okay. And a couple of people were playing it, so maybe there's some sort of good use, I guess. Sure. You've never seen the card before? Oh. It summoned back the Odd Eyes Synchron from the extra deck. The Odd Eyes? Any of these guys using it? Nope. Okay, I've officially lost interest. Alright, moving on. Next card. Next card, my interest has been lost. Unlucky. Alright. Final Cross. Quick play. During your turn, if a Synchro monster was sent to your graveyard this turn, target one Synchro monster you control. It can make a second attack during each battle phase this turn. Also, you activate this card by targeting a Synchro monster with Warrior, Synchron, or Stardust in its original name. You can make it gain attack equal to the attack of one Synchro monster in your graveyard. This seems like a Giga anime card that's probably not going to be used in Master Duel, I imagine. Yeah, I think if Synchron like fully pops off with what they like to do, they don't really need this card to lethal, I imagine. Plus, you know, they don't want to go second most of the time. So, yeah, this card seems like it's not even like searchable, so. If it was searchable, maybe use it as like a finishing sort of card, similar to how Sprite uses that one card to boost the attack. Future Duel Links are a normal rarity card? Hell yeah. Actually. I heckin' love you say. Please learn to love pendulums. Not gonna happen. I came across Sulfur Cord and Duel Links fucking before the stream, like not too long before the stream. Got Giga tilted because I had no idea where I was meant to disrupt. Summoned like 15 dudes and like, yeah, I'm done with this shit. Fuck Pendulum. Alright, moving on. This card seems pretty garbage. Assault Synchron. So a new Synchron. During your main phase, you can special summon this card from your hand, then take 700 damage while it's in the face-up monster zone. You cannot special summon from the extra deck except Synchron monsters. Ah, so a new floodgate we can give to our opponent. Perfect. That's what I like to see. If a face-up Dragon Synchron monster you control is tributed or banished except during the damage step, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one of those monsters, special summon it. Okay, so that's good for the, all of them, right? Because don't these dudes, like, banish themselves wherever they are? Like, doesn't this guy literally banish himself? Once per turn, you can negate the effects, blah, blah. Clear effect, you can banish this card until the end phase. If you negate the... Yeah, it's a negate that banishes itself. So this card stops them banishing themselves, or, like, it brings itself back? Okay, that sounds like it might be relevant for that deck. This card is good. What's the, I assume it pairs with something, right? Because it's Assault Synchron. Is there a Synchron that needs specifically Assault Synchron? Is it you? No. Maybe it doesn't have one. Seems alright, though. Sprite support. Alright. Not too sure about it, though. Haven't played too much Synchron myself. But seems like it could be of use, maybe. Certainly shouldn't be hard to get a hold of, anyway, if you want it. It shouldn't be hard to get hold of if you just want one anyway. And just special summoned itself. It'll be fine. Alright. Naturia Blessing. Activate one of these effects. Special summon a Naturia monster from your hand or graveyard. Immediately after this effect resolves, synchro summon one synchro monster using monsters from your hand you control as material, including a Naturia monster. Fusion summon fusion monster from your extra using monster control, including a Naturia monster. Okay. So, the competitive way to play Naturia is Runic, right? Did they use this? I thought the whole goal of Naturia was to floodgate your opponent. Did they actually use this card? They do use it. So what are they summoning? I thought they were just a floodgate deck. Did their extra deck floodgate? Oh, they play 3? Oh, this card's Giga used. Okay. So what are they summoning with it though? Oh my god, it's just summoning beast or something, right? Oh god, no. No. Is the under rocket? I don't play TCG. I've never seen these cards, bro. I've never read these cards in my life. That's fucking gross. I see. Do they own... Is there any, like, pure Naturias, or are they all Runic? Like, all of them? Is Shizu? God, there's so many of them. Holy fuck. Holy, there's so many of them. I don't particularly want to make a video on this deck, because it seems hella cringe to just play a bunch of floodgatey stuff, but at the same time, man, I already own all these Runic cards, and, it's probably a bit of a cheap one to make. I might have to make it. I don't know. 1 card combo for Naturia Beast? Okay. Alright, this card's gross. Or more specifically, the floodgates it summons is gross, so that's why we're using this. Sure. God, that's disgusting. Righto. Alright, well, be excited for that one, boys. Runic getting a new variant. Alright, up next. Ice Jade Manifestation. If you control a water monster and your opponent has a monster on their field or graveyard, take one Ice Jade monster from your deck and either send it to the graveyard or special summon it. If face-up Ice Jade monster you control leaves the field by an opponent's card except by destroyed, you can banish this card from your graveyard and tile 1 card your opponent controls, banish it. Okay. Is that going second card? Going second card, huh? Yeah, I don't think we like going second cards. For a deck that probably doesn't want to go second. 1 a copy? I mean, I would look up Ice Jade lists to see if people are playing it, but I don't think Ice Jade is topping anything. Then again, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they are fucking Giga Deck. I have no. Maybe I'm dumb. I mean, that's a given, but does anyone even play Ice Jade? No. Yeah, I assume this is not what Ice Jade needs to make the deck not shit. So we're gonna pass on that one, I'm afraid. All right. Circle of the Fairies. Now, I didn't see this being used in Naturia, despite it looking kind of Naturia-y. During your main phase, you can normal summon one insect or plant monster in addition to your normal summon or set. You can only use the effect once per turn. When a monster destroys a battle involving your insect or plant type monsters into the graveyard, you can target one of those destroyed monsters, inflict damage equal to its attack, and then gain life points, blah blah blah. Okay, so it gives you an additional normal summon. So I guess in a plant deck, if you want to have an extendery dude, you could use this, but I don't really... It seems very specific. Definitely not being... I'm gonna damn near guarantee it's not used in the Naturia runic, yeah. Now it's very specific. It's like if you have... It has like a very specific combo that wants to use this. Like something, it's like a deck list that needs to summon out a level like 8 plant thing or something. I don't know. It's a card that exists, at least. Alright. Plunder Patrol Ship Jord. It's a TCG original card. What, is OCG just saving the best for themselves? That's kind of fucked up. Giving us the garbage and saving the best for themselves? That's messed up. Alright, so I hear that... Is this the Plunder Patrol ship that doesn't suck? Because I know there was one being released that was pretty good, so I assume it's this one. You can declare one attribute, return this card to the extra deck, and if you do, special summon one Plunder Patrol token with the attribute to both players' fields in defense position. So it gives your opponent the attribute you want, since Plunders like to have specific attributes on your opponent's using. If your opponent special summons a monster except during the damage step, you can add one Plunder Patrol card from your deck to your hand. Then if this card is equipped with a Plunder Patrol, you can special summon one Plunder monster from your deck. Okay, then target one Plunder Patrol card in your graveyard, add it to your hand. And if you do, place this card in your Pendulum Zone. Sounds pretty sick all around, actually. This sounds really good for what Plunder wants to do. This is the only new Plunder ship? Okay. Yeah, this seems really good for what they like to do. Is it going to make Plunder playable? I actually saw a Plunder... There was some weird Plunder deck list at the top to YCS, right? It had like some... It was like Plunder Runic or some shit. Was it even playing this card? Well, actually have a few toppings. Where was the one that I saw? Was it this one? This is top 64. Must be this dude. Yeah, it was this deck. It was just really weird looking. I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. I was like, okay, sure. Yeah, I saw this on Farper's stream. I was like, what the hell is this? What is this monstrosity? Ugh, this Gozen match. That is... Yeah, I see. So I guess the goal is you give your opponent the little token thing and you goes in their ass. Is that the idea? God, that sounds cringe. There's quite a few toppings there for Plunder. Okay. So the deck doesn't completely suck. And I assume it's mostly because of the introduction of this dude. The deck probably sucked before then, I imagine. Okay. Dark Ruler no more. Triple tactics. Triple econ? Well, man's playing econ in current year. Holy Giga Chad. I see. Is this deck just pure going second? Okay. Well, looks pretty fun. Looks pretty fun. I don't think I'll be playing it though. It's not on my list of things to make a video on, but yeah, people like people that are fans of Plunder, you've now got a fantastic new card for the deck that makes it somewhat relevant. It does some stuff, okay? It's not awful. About as good as the Blackwing deck will be, I imagine. Alright. Ice Jade, Gmur, and one water monster plus one non-tuner monster. Quick effect, you can activate this face-up. You can activate this effect. Face-up monster you control cannot be destroyed or banished by your opponent's card effects this turn. Okay. Not the worst, I guess. Then if you activate this effect in response to your opponent's card or effect activation, and your opponent has a card with the same name on the field and or graveyard, you can banish those cards. Okay, I don't mind that. Very specific kind of an effect, but it's not awful. If a card is banished by your opponent's card effect, while this card's in your graveyard, you can special summon this card. Honestly, not the worst. Now, we've already looked up Ice Jade to see if people were playing it, and they weren't. But can this card be played somewhere that isn't Ice Jade? It needs a water tuner, and it's very... Like, would you be summoning this, or would you just summon Baron de Fleur? That's the hard question. You know? Yeah, you can chuck this in Sword Soul, right? It's not bad, it's just, It's one of those really sad cards where... if the game wasn't as strong as it was, with just how strong different generic cards are, it might be used. It's just... why would you play this over one of the other level 10s in the game? It's not a bad card, though. It's like, if your opponent tries to destroy something, you have to banish their dude and protect your field. Cool. But that's... yeah, it's just not gonna make it over playing one of the other level 10s, unfortunately. Kind of a cool card art, though. Alright, for a moment there I got worried. I thought this was a hero card, just based on the card art. I was like, there cannot be more hero support. Alright. Cannot be destroyed battle with a monster with the same type or attribute as this card. Okay. You can declare one monster type and one attribute. This card becomes that type and attribute until the end of your opponent's turn. Okay. I don't know what's playing this. Maybe it's part of some combo, but it's... yeah, it seems pretty random at the moment. Does anyone know, chat? Is there some combo with this that we don't know about, or am I just moving on? I'm assuming moving on from this. Pack filler? Yeah, that's what it seems like. Utility target? I don't think there's no real target for it. Yeah, sure. Alright, moving on. Variant, the Circular Sorcerer. If an insect or plant monster is in either graveyard, you special summon this card from your hand. Okay. You can only special summon once per turn. If this card you control will be used as synchron material for an insect or plant monster, you can treat it as a non-tuner. Right, so it's a special summon, a free special summon. I think the only issue with this card is that I don't think decks like... I don't think the decks it's made for particularly need it, right? They're not really struggling on the special summon department. It's not a bad card though, it's just a free special summon. I'll say free, but yeah. This card's fine, it's just I don't think the decks it's targeting really need it. It's not a bad card though, there might be some deck that wants to run it. We'll see, I'll look it up just in case, but I doubt anyone's really using this. We'll have a quick cheeky gander to see if anyone was using it. Yeah, no decks found. Yeah, it seems pretty average. Alright, the Abyss Dragon Sword Soul. Now, I saw this in the Cades video briefly, and I didn't get much of an impression from it, other than it seemed pretty average and no one would run it, but we'll see. Alright. Cannot be normal summoned or set. Must be special summoned by a worm monster's effect. If a monster is banished by a card effect, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your graveyard. If it was there when the monster was banished, or in hand if not. But banish it when it leaves the field. If this card is special summoned, you can target one card in the field zone, and one monster your opponent controls or in their graveyard, banish them. In the field zone? A card in the field zone? Like, what? What? Yeah, I know it's field spells. That's the part, like, why? Alright, that's a cool card we're definitely all going to be playing. Moving on, I guess. Okay, on to the card that I'm most excited for from this box, because I'm a big fan of Marincess. This card is dope. Alright, so this card has some very specific interactions we'll talk about in a second. Okay, so this is a Link 4 that takes 1+ effect monsters. So this literally requires just a Link 4. You can just slam a Link 4 on top of it. Is he trolling? Yes, I'm trolling. This card's garbage. Don't play it. Alright. You can only control one World Sea Dragon Zealantis. You can use each of the following effects once per turn. During your main phase, you can banish all monsters on the field, then special summon as many of those monsters as possible that were banished by its effects to their owner's fields face up or in face down defense position. During the battle phase, as a quick effect, you destroy cards on the field up to the number of co-linked monsters on the field. So the reason this card is so goddamn cracked in specifically Marincess is because they have a weird interaction that a lot of you will get confused about. We have your Coral Anemone. So your anemone has this thing, right, where it says in it, where is it? You can tell blah, 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 blah. Also, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of this turn except water monsters. So when this thing does its board nuke, which nukes the entire field, yours and your opponent's, it sends them all away, then it resummons them all back. You're the one doing the special summoning, and you're locked into water. So your opponent won't get anything back. Just you, unless they're playing a water deck. Purely because this thing locks you into water. It's actually such a funny, like, interaction where because you're doing the special summoning, you're locking your opponent out of getting his monsters back. It's really cool. So this is a great card for specifically Marincess. You chuck it on top of your Link 4 monster, which you already have on the field anyway, and you just nuke the field. It is me. Yeah, you're doing the special summoning. I'll show you a, I guess I'm going to show you a video real quick. For those confused. Well, World Sea Dragon Zealantis. Dragon Zealantis. If I just got combo, will it come up? Surely someone's got some YGO Pro gameplay here. Oh, I want to have Marincess. Come on, give me some YGO Pro gameplay, come on. Maybe I can't find any. I literally watched it on something. I want to show it off, man. I gotta find it. One of these videos will be YGO Pro, surely. Or just a replay. Maybe I should look up just why to do this. YGO Pro. That work? Bro, come on. Show me some replays, man. He's not playing Marincess. That's lame. I swear I watched this combo the other day on here, so somebody was doing it. Bro, okay, I give up. I give up, boys. Maybe we'll check that out later. But yeah, that's what it does, okay? It banishes all the shit. It's pretty dope. Alright, moving on. Should I test it out now on Edo? It's not really... I know it doesn't need a test, because I know that's how it works. I've seen it. I've seen it, and that's why you play it. It's cool. The first video does it? Alright, hang on. Is that actually Marincess, though? Oh. Wait. Alright. Wait for him to summon it. Blah, 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 blah. It's literally the first video. I'm actually brain damaged. Alright, so does he summon it here? Oh, he does summon it. Okay. Wait, is Link Creepo? He's not water, right? He's not. Alright, so he summons it out. He banishes the field. No, he does come back. Is that water? He's not water, right? No, I saw it done. Here you go. I think we'll go digging for another replay later on in the stream. Won't keep looking at this card too much more now. I'm pretty sure that's what it's meant to be doing. Yeah, I think Spider's Earth, not water. Alright, now I'll look at some more, He just didn't lock himself, didn't he? Bro, can I get an actual replay? Come on, man. It's annoying. Oh, he didn't actually lock himself. You're right. He's... Okay. Yeah, he just passed the turn back and then just did it. Okay. That's just a... Does he do it later in the video? Surely he does it at some point. No, he just kills him. God damn it, man. Whatever. We'll look for more... We'll look harder for a replay later on. Alright. So, Donna Dagger for Hire. This card's pretty cool. So this card is a card that's good for generically. Some people use this generically. And it's also good for hire. Because this card, it basically becomes a... Not Nightmare Unicorn. I can't think of the... It's like that Phantom Knight card, which destroys itself to destroy something else. It's basically what it does. So this takes 2 monsters with different types. Can be played anywhere with 2 monsters with different types. You can target one monster for hire you control, and 1 monster your opponent controls, destroy them. So already generically, it just can remove anything, or remove any monster. But on top of that, you can tribute 1 monster, special summon one monster for hire from your hand or graveyard with a different original name than the tributed monster. Then if you tribute a link monster to activate this effect, you can special summon one more such monster. So by the way, it can target itself. So I think I'll show you the Decayed video once we've gone through the majority of the for hire cards in here. Actually, I'll skip through the for hire cards now, actually, then we'll watch the Decayed video, because I want to actually show you this combo. It's really cool. Because you'll see this quite a bit in a few different decks. You'll see it in a few Sprite variants, and you'll see it in Runic variants, as well as some people trying to play Pure if they on some Copium. But yeah, this card's really cool. So we'll skip to the other for hire cards so we can watch the Decayed video. Alright. Rex Freight for Hire. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can add 1 spell/trap for hire from your deck to your hand during the main phase. If you control a... Oh, sorry. That's a different sentence. During the main phase, if you control a monster for hire, quick effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard and target 1 card for hire in your graveyard. Either add it to your hand or special summon it if it was a monster. So you're a brilliant searcher here, and I think he's the only new one. Yeah, so we'll watch the Decayed video, actually. Decayed... If I type for hire, is it literally going to come up with these, like, ancient videos? It will, right? You annoying little shit. Hang on. Where is he? There it is. Alright. So we'll skip to where he starts doing the combo. So he'll explain it for you. This card, this combo looks really fun to play, actually. You just draw a billion cards with it.
I want to let you know that in order to play this leaked card, this leaked combo, you need to have a monster on the field. It can be pretty much any monster. So this could be...
Keep in mind, by the way, this is it's actually a competitively viable strategy. It's played in, it's played in quite a few places, so it's
cards
cool.
that do well with any deck that do not need their normal summon, and they can get another monster on the field, like Runic, or Sprite, or anything that can get a monster on the field like I just did. Now, I'm gonna activate this. Whoa, what the... Rex Freight for Hire. This combo I'm gonna show you is draw...
Alright, so you spoke about this already, so we'll just watch it.
You only need 1. You can play 1 Rookie for Hire. It's not a new card, but it's gonna be new to you because it's not really being used right now. Now, this is where you could use this card onto your Rex or your other monster. It's going to be usable on a level 2 or level 4 monster. So if you have a level 4 monster that you special summon, you could use it on that. Otherwise, just use it on the Rex. That's going to summon a beat. Your deck could play just 1 beat, and you got this in your deck. So far the package has been, you'll probably want to play 3 Rex Freight for Hire, maybe multiple Fossil Digs to make this more consistent, another body on the field. Now, let's do what we do now. It's important that the other monster that you have alongside your beat is not a warrior.
So keep in mind, the monster we just showed, the little dude, he's level 2, so that's why he's played in Sprite.
So we are then going to make the brand new card, Donner.
Alright, so he just spoke about what he does, so we'll just get to the actual combo.
It's going to trigger the special summon beat, and right here, and I'm going to show you the YCS topping combo.
Alright, so tributes himself.
Special summon beat.
Someone's back the boys.
And then it's going to additional summon the Rex. And that's going to trigger the effect of the beat to activate and search for the... Look, this is the whole engine. You can play 3 Rex, 1 Beat, 1 Dumpa, and 1 Raphael. Come to me. And then we're going to special summon the Raphael into the field. And because we have 2 other for hire...
So I don't think Decade mentions this in the video, but I'm pretty sure this dude, he's a negate, right? So if you have another for hire in hand, he's a negate as well. He hasn't mentioned this because I think he's talking from a non-pure standpoint, where you're playing as more of a package, but yeah, this is also a negate.
It's going to excavate the top 2 cards of your deck, and then you draw 1. So, 2 Beaver Warriors. I would like to add a Beaver Warrior to my hand.
Check this. I'll have a look in a second.
We only have 1 card, okay? Now, we're going to link 3 into Falgo. This is a YCS topping combo. We're not memeing. Falgo is nuts. Based off what we used for the link summon, we're going to summon a different for hire from the deck, which is going to be the Dumpa. So, activate. Come forth. Dumpa is here. Now, this is going to give us disruption during the opponent's turn, and we're going to draw 4 cards on the opponent's turn. 4 cards. Are you ready? So this is going to be the disruption. They summon. We could use the other effect of the Rex, which is not on their summon. It's anytime during the main phase. We're going to banish it. Summon a for hire from the graveyard, which is going to be the Raphael, which will trigger multiple effects here. So come forth and summon. This will activate to pop. This will activate to draw. And then Falgo is going to draw 3 cards. I'll tell you why. And by the way, it's worth noting that the Donner doesn't have to summon from the graveyard. It could summon a monster from the hand instead.
So the only downside I see currently for this, in specifically like a sprite variant, is you'll notice this takes a lot of monster zones up. So if you're playing like sprite, you know, they generally tend to flood a lot. It'd be kind of awkward sort of placings going on. That's the only thing that I sort of thought might be a bit of a downside, but it doesn't seem that bad. It's a downside. You just end on slightly less, so you can get this giga draw off. Sounds pretty crazy. And obviously, this is fantastic in Runic, because they don't care at all. So you're just drawing a billion cards in Runic, which already draws a billion cards.
But, you know, it's more advantageous to do from the graveyard if you can. So Dumpa, get poppin', Falgo, top 2 cards of the deck, then add 1 of them. And this is any card. It could be Spell, it could be Trap, it could be Monster. So we have 2 cards in our hand. Pop the card, and this is where Falgo goes nuts. If a card you point control is destroyed by battle or card effects, you're going to draw 1 card. And then additional 2 if you control 3 for hires with different names. So we're drawing 3. I saw people play...
They also lock themselves and they never lead brick with all this junk. There's not really that... you don't run a whole lot of it. It's really not that big of a package. You'll see at the end.
Ibli combo, you give them Ibli. What do they want to do Ibli? They're going to swing in Ibli to kill itself. If they kill Ibli, you now draw 3. And I saw this in tournaments. So we're going to activate, draw 1, 2, 3. And there you go.
Yeah, so there it is. Pretty crazy combo. You're just drawing a billion cards off just this little package, which is the whole reason it's used. And he shows off a few deck lists, but I'll just look them up here, because I can. What are we looking up? For hire, right? What the fuck is the dude's name? Why are you still here? Donna. So you'll notice by the way, it's played. First of all, you'll notice the for hire card. It's played everywhere because a lot of people are just playing it for the 2 monsters pop something. That's what it can be used for. So you notice it's played everywhere, but because it's generic. But the other thing I wanted to look up was the Rex. Just show me the for hire card. It will not. That would be too useful for me. There it is. Yeah, so it's played. It doesn't top that often. There are quite a few little toppings going on. You've got pure runic. You've got runic sprite for hire. You've got runic for hire. You've got. I thought there was a. Yeah, there's a pure for hire over here, and there's a sprite for one as well. Let's just click on all of them. Alright, this is a couple of examples. So it's actually a really tiny package. You just need the 3 of these. You need these 3 dudes. You need the spell card. I thought you need the spell card. Yeah, you need a spell card, and that's the package. And then you can play Fossil Dig if you want as well. And then you just play anything else you like. Oh, you sent me the comment example? Thank you for that. I'll have a look in a sec. Alright, then we have this. Another little example here. Again, playing... Actually, this guy's playing Wiz as well. Wiz and this dude. This guy's playing a bit of a larger little package going on. This was the pure for hire list, which actually had a placement of top 8 at some regional somewhere. So there you go. Good enough for topping as pure. I won't be playing it as pure. I'll be playing Sprite, by the way. Here's a Sprite list. Now, I don't like these 2 Sprite lists specifically because I want to play it more as a more as a sprite deck with the package included rather than sort of a combination of both. So what I mean by that is I want to cut like all this garbage and I just want to play triple of you, triple of the, more like it's a runic deck where you play the 3 fossil dig and the package is like really tiny. Like this dude's deck actually. And then just all this runic stuff be replaced with sprite stuff. And I think that's how I'll build it. Either way, it's a nice little package, draws a billion cards, and looks like a lot of fun to play. Alright, this dude sent me the example, the Marincess example. Let's see. This was the Marincess thing I was looking for, to show you the banishy thing. I think this is the exact video I watched, actually. Yes, you'll see, summons out the big dude, banishes everything, and they don't come back. So that's what I was talking about earlier. So it's not, because you lock yourself with your own fish dude, wherever it is. So I knew it worked this way, I wasn't trolling. Where does he activate it? Yeah, there it is. Marincess Coral Enemy was used. Actually, I think that's when it was sent to the graveyard, not the actual summon effect. But at some point, he used this goddamn enemy, locked himself into water. So then when he banishes his opponent's field, they don't come back again. Just your cards come back. So that's why it's so good in Marincess, and you'll see it quite a bit. You'll see it from me, certainly, anyway. Really cool little interaction. Alright, where are we up to? So we've done the for hire stuff. Now, is that a Libromancer deck? Libromancer? You talking about the sprite stuff, or is this good in any way that isn't Marincess? That was mostly a Marincess card. Alright. So next up we have Shamisen Samsara Sorrow Cat. Alright, once per turn during your opponent's main phase, you can quick effect immediately after this effect resolves, synchro summon using this card you control. Okay. If this card is in the graveyard, you can target one of the Synchron monsters in your graveyard, return it to the extra deck, and if you do, special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. Alright, this card seems like it has its uses. I have literally no clue where it's played currently, but this card seems really good. It has a way to bring itself back, and it is a quick effect synchro during your opponent's turn. What is like a, but what deck uses a level 3? It's such a low level. Isn't that such a good card, though? Like, if it's not used now, I assume later down the line, someone will use it somewhere. Yeah, no decks currently. But it does seem like a really good card. Maybe it's just not... It's just too low of a level to be something that's useful right now, but... I'm sure some deck down the line would like to use this. This card seems pretty good. Unfortunately, it doesn't really have a place right now. Let's have a look at some... Maybe in some non-tournament decks someone was using it? Inferno? Synchro for hire? Yeah, not really anywhere. It doesn't seem like a bad card. It just seems like its level's a bit too low to be useful for anything particularly right now. My Akashi Recycling? Yeah, they do use level 3. Kashtira leak under the new animations. I think we're all pretty sure Kashtira's coming at some point, just not this pack. It'll probably be next month's. Alright, next up we have Infernal Queen Salmon. That is an angry looking fish. If this card is normal special summon, you can special summon one fish nor monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard. Okay, what is level 5? Okay, so this is going to be used to make level 5s. If this card's destroyed battle or its owner's possession is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can special summon any number of Vilesmore Salmon tokens. Alright. So the issue is this guy's level 5. Take note of the next card if you like Ghoti or fish. Is this used in the deck? Terra King Summit? What's used with what? Why is this fish so angry, dude? I can't even... That? That's cool. Okay. A feared salmon, master of the Sea of Darkness. Its roe is the best delicacy in the world of darkness. Goddamn. Special summon for the deck seems alright. Yeah, the only issue is it's level 5. So you have to special summon this thing, and then it will summon out the normal monster for you. Does mean you have a normal monster garnet in your deck too. Yeah, I don't know about this one. Not a huge fan of this card, but maybe you can use it somewhere. Alright, we went through that already. Naturia Camellia. We already looked up a few of these Naturia decks, so you guys are well aware that Naturia stuff is going to be hella broken for Runic, and you're going to be seeing a lot of it. And I might make a video on it despite it being pretty cancer. Naturia Camellia. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can send one Naturia card from your deck to the graveyard. If you attribute a monster to activate Naturia monster's effect, you can send the top 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard instead. If your opponent normal or special summons a monster, except during the damage step, you can special summon one Naturia monster from your graveyard. Alright. So the purpose of this card, I assume, is just you're sending a Naturia card to the graveyard. Which card are we sending though? Is it this dude? During your main phase, you can tribute this card, special summon one Naturia monster from your deck, or you can special summon 2 Naturia monsters if your opponent controls a monster with the highest attack on the field. Okay. If your opponent special summons a monster from the extra deck, or special summons a Naturia monster from the extra deck while this card's in the graveyard, you can special summon this card. Special summon? Send Sacred Tree. Oh, look at me, we'll get one of those decks back up. Naturia. Let's bring out one of those decks real quick. So you send the I don't see no tree. Wait, so what are you actually summoning? What are you sending with this? What are you trying to summon? Oh, the trap card? If this card is sent to the graveyard, okay. So this card sent to the graveyard, add from your deck to your hand one Naturia card. You can use once per turn. You can tribute one. This is all graveyard stuff we don't care about, right? Just using it for the send effect. If this card is sent to the graveyard, a Naturia card into your hand. You only use one effects per turn. You can tribute one Earth Insect special summon one level 4 or lower monster from your deck. You can shoot one Earth Plant-like monster, special summon on level 4 or lower insect or monster from the deck. Oh, so these are both plants and insects? Okay. So just using this for the search for the blessing, I assume. Okay, cool. So that basically just turns this card into a searcher. And this thing can search for this dude. You can even search the quick play. This has Naturia in the name RAM. How do we get the exact materials on board for the level 5 though? Because these are level 5, right? So... Oh, you just have it because combos with the Runic monster? They have level 1. He's level 2. You can use Cricket to summon Rose Whip as well. That's the thing that locks through other spell cards, right? That card is cringe as. Wait, aren't I? Rose Whip. He's Earth. Alright, so what's it? I'm not sure what the specific combo is for this though. How are we summoning the... So get it going second, you can summon both the dudes, but how do you use it if you're going first? Are we not just not summoning level 5 going first? Or how are we getting to it? Because this guy contributed himself to summon this thing, right? This thing can search for the trap card, which gives you a search for the spell. Then you can't make anything with the spell, right? Look at the video from Decade. God, we've watched a lot of Decade videos today, haven't we? Alright, Decade, show me this goddamn combo. Alright, where are we? So this one? It says Naturia.
It's time for new leaks again. This is for the May 10th pack.
Yeah, get to your combo.
Mate, what the heck? Multiple YCS.
Alright, get to your combo. Go on.
And if you're so let's see what one card could do. Begin. Quick effect, tribute itself, summons
the flower.
brand
Okay.
new Camellia. And its other effect is also nuts. So that's first effect. If you would tribute a monster to activate a Naturia monster's effect, you could send the top 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard instead. So what did we just do? We tributed to special summon. So if this is on the field with this, we don't have to tribute. We could just mill the top 2 cards of our deck instead. It stays on the field. And what else do we do? It has a third effect. If your opponent summons a monster, it doesn't have to be extra, that could just be normal summon, special summon.
Oh, because it's a quick play, so you use it during your opponent. Use the spell during your opponent's turn.
Special summon a Natura from your graveyard.
Ah, okay, that
And
makes
all 3
sense.
effects are hard once per turn.
Yeah, okay, I get it now. Because the fusion spell's quick play, so you just do it during your opponent's turn.
Pretty much new artifact. Return. If you summon this for some reason, it in Natura monster using monsters you control. So you would be able to dodge a negate, for example, or if they do something nasty, you chain this, and then you could synchro summon or synchro during the opponent's turn. This card's very good.
Wait, you don't?
All right, let's activate it. Reborn a Naturia from the graveyard.
Oh, wait, you don't?
And then that's it.
Wait, they use both effects? Wait, are those 2 effects not separate? Why are they both decimal pointed then? I am very confused. Why is it written like that? They are separate? A Decade Reborn?
You could synchro summon a Natura monster using monsters you control. So you would be able to dodge a negate, for example, or if they do something nasty, you chain this, and then you could synchro summon or synchro during the opponent's turn. This card's very good. All right, let's activate it. Reborn a Naturia from the graveyard, and then
He just summons it out, right? Oh, he just hard synchroed himself. Oh, okay. Of course, because you actually don't... I'm so dumb. You don't need a spell card to synchro someone. Oh my god. Why did someone just type that in chat earlier? He just synchro summoned Lamau, you dumb fuck. I'm so dumb. Alright, it's 2:30 AM for me, I'm gonna blame the time. Oh my god, he just synchro summoned Lamau. Oh my god. Alright, moving on. That was stupid. The fact that stomped me for so long, god, I have 0 brain cell. Holy shit. Alright. Fish Chain. Banish 1 fish monster you control. Spirit summon one of your fish monsters that is banished or on your hand, deck, or graveyard with a different original name from your monster. Banish this from the monster, banish activate this card. Banish it when it leaves the field. Right. So we know a lot of your Ghoti stuff is currently being banished, but do we actually want to summon stuff back? I guess I have to wait to see what the big dudes do. Got some from deck though, which is pretty sick. I kind of want to wait to read these cards, see if they have a specific effect when they're banished. So we sit whether or not we want to use this card. Because currently, if any of the Ghoti or fish cards are searchable, you'd want to search this one, right? So... You're confused what the confusion was? I'm just a dumbass, alright? That's what the confusion was. Sometimes the streamer is a complete moron. Sitting there going like, how's he summoning them? How's he doing that? You just click the summon effect, dumbass. Alright, so I think I'm going to wait for these last two cards before we talk more on this one. The most distant, deepest depths. A field spell. Oh shit, a field spell? Holy, we have a counter now. We have the Abyss Dragon Sword Soul, thank god. How can this card possibly be meta if you're releasing this card in the same pack? Absolute mistake there, Konami. When you control a fish synchro monster, this card cannot be destroyed or banished by card effects. Okay, that's pretty dope. You only use each of the following effects once per turn. You can banish one fish monster from your hand or graveyard, add one fish monster from your deck to your hand. Okay. If a fish monster is normal spell or summoned to your field while this card's in your graveyard, you can target one fish monster you control, banish it, and if you do, add this card to your hand. Okay, so this field spell is giga sticky. It can't be banished, can't be destroyed, and if it ever is sent to the graveyard, you can actually bring it back if you want to. And this card is a searcher, so I assume you just play 3 of this in a terraforming. Yeah, not much else to say about this card. It's just a fantastic card. It's just a searcher. And of course, your fish dudes love being banished, so yeah. Alright, so on to the boss monsters for the deck. Specifically, I think it was this one is what chat was going on about. I think it was this dude. I mean, he is the ultra rare for the pack, so surely he's the boss monster. So at level 10, 1 fish tuner plus 1 or more non-tuner monsters. The original attack of this card comes 500 times the number of banished monsters. Okay. If this card is synchro summoned during your opponent's turn, you can banish all cards on the field. Okay. During the standby phase of the next turn after this card was banished from the monster zone, you can special summon this banished card. Okay, so you summon this thing with your boy down here, wherever he is, and you nuke everything. Including your own stuff, but your stuff likes to be banished, so it's not too much of a problem. It's a Zeraboros? It literally is. Zeraboros at home. Okay, this card's pretty cool. I love the effect, but unfortunately, I don't see like having... Because that seems like the only disruption the deck has, right? Like the main disruption? Because you're banishing everything, right? So you want to use this absolutely like last once you've got your opponent to a point where, alright, it seems kind of rough. So your opponent has any extension afterwards, you've just banished your entire field, including your own stuff. I mean, like cards like your trap cards can no longer be. I guess you would use it beforehand or try to use it beforehand. Read the next card. Alright, hang on. Moving on. If this card is synchro summoned, you can target 1 fish monster you control and 1 card your opponent controls and banish them. If this card is banished, you can banish 1 fish monster from your graveyard, special summon this card. Okay. So it banishes itself, so you remove something. Is this dude not once per turn? That's once per turn. So you can only do one of these synchro summons a turn, right? Yeah, I know they come back, but the point is like you summon out your thing, you banish the entire field, including your own cards. Then your opponent plays the game, and you have nothing left. You have like no disruption.
Card games on motorcycles.
But you have nothing left if your opponent extends. It's just 1 nuke, and that's it. And this card is just a target 1, remove 1. And then you have nothing left. I guess this card you would have something left because you didn't have to banish your own stuff. So I guess you can do this one first. But then you only have the option for this dude. Because this is the only one doing the synchro summon, right? So other ones summoned during the opponent's turn? Oh, synchro summon? Which ones? It wasn't these dudes, right? Oh, must be the ones coming up. Hang on, let's read through the rest of the Ghoti card, fish cards. If this card is normal special summoned, you can target one of your banished level 4 or lower fish monsters, special summon in defense position, but negate its effects. You can banish one fish monster from your hand or field face up, add one Ghoti trap from your deck to your hand. Okay. So we summon this dude out, we get a search from it, right? Okay, the trap card. This trap card seems particularly good to me. This one's probably alright as part of a combo. Okay, I'm looking for the Synchro summon. You can banish this card from your graveyard and target one fish monster you control against 500 attack until the end of this turn. During your standby phase of the next turn after this card was banished, you can special summon this banished card during your opponent's main phase. If this card was special summoned this turn, you can quick effect immediately after this resolves, Synchro summon one fish Synchro monster using this card you control. Okay, so there it is. So you'll want to summon this thing first to remove something, it'll come back, and then you'll summon out one of the other ones to go into the bigger one. Okay. That makes a lot more sense now. So the actual deck has lots more disruption, not just the one big board nuke. So do this pop, then this pop. And we even have the trap card, or one of the trap cards. It's probably this one, I imagine. Can you search for trap cards with fish in the neck? No, of course not. Good meme, buddy, good meme. Yeah, because you summon this, it brings itself back, and you go into the 10. That's cool. Alright. So that makes this deck actually maybe playable. We'll see how hard it is to pull some of these cards. If these cards are not too hard to pull, we might make a video on it. We might not. Depends on how expensive everything is. Because it's definitely not high priority on my list of things I want to build, but it seems like it could be fun. Alright, what's this one do? Pace's Light of the Ghoti. You can banish this card you control, special summon one fish monster from your hand, except Pace's Light of the Ghoti. During the standby phase of the next turn after this card was banished, you special summon this card. Oh, this one's got a Synchro as well? During your opponent's main phase, if this card was special summoned this turn, quick effect, yeah, Synchro summons. Okay. Alright, so this card's pretty dope. So you'll summon it, banish it, and you can summon out things like this dude if you want to, for your trap search, or you can just summon out one of your other tunery dudes. Oh, you wouldn't want to summon this one. Alright, so all the tuners seem pretty dope. Having 3 of them means that this seems like such a likely combo. How bricky is this deck, chat? Has anyone actually tried this deck out before? Like, how consistent is it to just set up your turn 1, ready to summon both of these during your opponent's turn? How hard is that? A white or a whale? What's that man do? The whale? When this card is synchro summoned, you can destroy all your opponent's attack position monsters. Ooh, and this one's a little bit cheaper too. So this one's on the NSR. It's coming up 2 attacks on monster during its battle phase. If this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing damage to your opponent. If this card is concentrate battle. Okay. No idea, it can be bricky sometimes. So that seems like the main thing that will hold it back. If it's too bricky, you have to run like so many consistency cards. You'll have like no actual hand traps in the deck. Because it does seem like an awful lot to get, like, at least, because realistically, you need both of these tuners at least on turn 1. So you set up for turn 2, or your opponent's turn. I mean, it's a 10-minute testing. Let's have a look. I kind of just want to see some gameplay rather than an actual... It is 15 minutes. This isn't 10 minutes. What's he doing?
I haven't seen a tuner or a non-tuner in 6 months, ever since the fish synchro summoned themselves to space. Space.
What was wrong with the water? Ah! Wait.
The fish aren't the only thing on the beach capable of tuning. Yes, the birds. That's it.
I can teach the birds to synchro summon. It'll be easy. Don't you want to be Baron Extenders?
What the fuck did I just watch? Okay, anyway, let's get to the actual gameplay portion. I kind of want to see a replay going first, not going second. It's going second, I assume most decks are going to suck, so I don't really care too much about that. I just want to see, can this deck work going first, or is it complete dog shit? I don't see a whole lot of fish stuff going on. Alright, here we go. Alright, so he's doing some stuff here. Is this even going first still?
Opponent, and this should be the end of the game. They're going to go pair hard in the pair Lino. Any auto wins in it. It does look a lot better. We're going to begin with a Fenrir. We're going to activate the Fenrir effect to grab a Fenrir from deck and hand for activating the most distant, deepest depths, banishing the shift for 8 paces. We'll pitch the paces for a Supay Squawker, then summon a Supay from deck, so we can make this snack. We'll activate Serpent's effect, banishing the shadow, then activate Shadow's effect, banishing paces, and returning to hand. We'll set infinite pass, then in standby, we'll get back both shift and paces, which is a huge setup for when our opponent starts making plays. They've got a lot of them available in the stand. They're going to begin with a copy of Sheeran. They hit some really sick stuff off of Sheeran, so they're actually going to go for a really early Kaleido Heart here. They go Kaleido Heart, we chain Fenrir, they chain Havness, we chain, I guess, into targeting Sheeran, why not, you know? They're going to go for the Havness here, and then afterwards they can trigger the effect of the Scream and the Merlion sequence. We're going to go for shift in response to the Cosmog. They're going to cycle 2 of these bad boys for Mud Dragon in the swamp, and then at resolution we can activate Serpent's effect in order to banish that shift, and paces effect in order to make DP on. We'll fire DP on, but unfortunately that IF is in the infirm column, you
So he uses both. So he uses both of them there. They summon back when the turn comes back around.
We're gonna go for Shadow. We'll activate the Shadow and the effect of the Zap. That'll summon the Zap, and then afterwards we can trigger the effect of the Zap in order to make an Oscon. We'll trigger the effect of the Oscon in order to snipe that back row there. We'll add back that Shadow and trigger the effect of the Oscon again.
Hey, this deck seems super awkward. Why do you do all these like summoning stuff?
Chain Fenrir, they chain Havness. We chain, I guess, into targeting Sheeran. Why not? You know, they're gonna go for the Havness here, and then afterwards they can trigger the effect of the Scream and the Merlion sequence. We're gonna go for shift in response to make Oscon. They're gonna cycle.
That's I can't see. This deck seems super a bit awkward, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It's against tier. The tier player did summon activate his card in the imperm column, so I'm not sure how good that tier player was. Looks alright, but I don't know. It seems a little bit of an awkward deck. We might give it a shot. We'll see how expensive it is. If they make like 2 of these ultra rare, there's not a chance I'll touch this deck. But unless we just get lucky on pack openings, but we'll see. We'll think about it. All right. Marincess Elephants. Spirit summon this card as an effect monster. Beast, Earth, level 2, attack 0, blah blah blah. If this card is in the monster zone, quick effect, you can declare one type and attribute, then target one face-up monster on the field. It becomes that type and attribute this turn. Okay, that is some pack filler if I've ever read anything. Alright, Moray of Avarice. So seems to be a draw card. Banish one face-up fish, sea serpent, or aqua monster you control. Draw 2 cards. Okay. So I assume this will be used in this deck. That seems pretty good. Draw 2. I wonder if any other decks use this? Probably not, right? Maybe. Draw 2 is pretty good. We do like drawing. Any tournament toppings? It's probably going to show me that one, the one topping it has from the... Is it not tournament, are they? No decks found. Well, it wasn't even played in that one deck that topped with the Ghoti. Alright. This thing turns anything into a Super Poly target. A 2-card combo to make Super Poly work. So that's a little bit troll. Not gonna lie. Alright, it seems pretty cool. I assume you'd use it in this archetype, maybe? Because it's obviously combos with it, but... like I said, even that... There's only one Ghoti tournament result that I've seen on here. I mean, it wasn't even using it. Oh, sorry, so there was 2 of them, actually. This guy was playing Reflector. What is going on here? What's happening in this regional? Okay, what is this? I guess it's synchroning with the Bestials? Bro, what are these decks? Okay. Okay. What am I don't know what I'm looking at. Anyway, let's move on. Alright, Stardust Worm. If this card in your hand or graveyard and you control a level 8 or higher dragon synchro monster, you can special summon this card, banish it when it leaves the field. You contribute this card, special summon up to 2 level 1 light dragon monsters from your hand and or graveyard except Stardust Worm, but they cannot activate their effects. Use effect once per turn. Okay. So, Giga Extender. Is this good in Stardust? 2 level 1 light dragon monsters from hand or graveyard. I swear at the Synchro portion review, this is my time to shine. Is this card you using it, Yak? This is doing a lot of extending stuff, but we're using level 1s? Not relevant in a Synchron deck? So relevant outside of Synchron? The extending portion seems a little bit odd, to say the least. Stardust summons Converging Wills Dragon? I haven't actually checked if there was any toppings. I'll have a look. We'll see if anyone's been topping with Stardust, actually. Or, we'll look up this card first. We'll see if there's anyone that's topped with this card specifically. Stardust Worm. Any toppings? No toppings. Sag. Converging Wills Dragon. This thing? Cannot use a Synchron material except for Majestic monster. This card's name becomes Majestic Dragon once on the field or in the graveyard. When you control this card, you reveal it, spirit or summon it from your hand. You control level 8 or higher Dragon Team monster for summon level 1 Dragon monster from your deck. That's when you draw it. Okay. Both just summon Blue Eye Stones with it, I guess. I don't know, I think I'd have to play the Stardust deck to see how this thing actually gets used a lot. Majestic Stardust. Maybe it saves you if you open a Garnet or something. What, so you're playing this as a one-off in case you open a Garnet? That does not sound like a very good card, yeah, I can't be honest. I think I'd prefer to play 2 of the Garnet than play this thing. If that's what it's used for. I don't know. Not sure about this card. I'd actually see Stardust stuff in action to see this card if it's actually used. Seems very odd. Searchable. Alright. So maybe one of is a searchable thing. But if it's literally used to stop a Garnet, that sounds very sus. Anyway. So this is the main boy. Is this the only Stardust card outside of that one? Was there another one? I don't even remember. I don't even remember if we reviewed another one. Oh yeah, we reviewed this thing, Final Cross, which is a card that exists, I guess. Alright. Axel Synchro Stardust Dragon. If this card Synchro summon, you spell summon level 2 or lower tuner from your graveyard. During the main phase, for your effect, you contribute this card, Spirit Summon one Stardust Dragon from your extra deck. This card's treated Synchro Summon, then immediately after it resolves, Synchro Summon one Synchro monster using monsters you control as material. This turn, the monsters Synchro Summoned by these effects are unaffected by your opponent's activated effects. Alright, so in particular with Stardust, this seems like a pretty decent card for that deck. And outside of Stardust, I don't know, I guess you can summon like a Baron with this if you want to? This card does seem pretty damn dope in specifically around Stardust though. Let's see if anyone was running it outside of Stardust, or if there was any Stardust toppings with it. Which there might have been. There's some Blackwing toppings, maybe there was some Stardust toppings. Are we looking in tournament? Surely not. Oh, it's used in a lot of places. It's all over the Labyrinth? Everyone uses it. I would say everyone. Okay, it is used basically. Super heavy. Oh yeah, the Super Heavy Samurai FTK stuff. Why Labyrinth? Yeah, you make Baron with it, right? Unaffected Baron sucks. I don't think sucks is the right word. Stopping your opponent imperming your Baron doesn't sound awful. Oh wait, that's the second effect, right? The unaffected thing. Wait. Oh, it's the first effect is that it won't be unaffected, the Baron, right? It's just used for climbing. The second effect is more Stardust related. Yeah, this is just being used for climbing, I think. Is that all? There's open a bunch of random... Drag Unity had a topping? Bro, what is going on here? I won't bother with super heavy stuff, because that's like future support we don't have. What the fuck? Chaos Angel? Oh yeah, we're literally just using it to climb into Baron and a bunch of things. Okay. So what's the main reason it was using specifically Labyrinth, though? Does Labyrinth have, like, a... reason with Gamma? What level is this? 8? The second effect does make Baron unaffected? Y'all cannot read? Big true. You can tribute this card, special summon one Stardust Dragon from your extra deck. Alright, we're not playing a Stardust Dragon in this. Oh, yeah, I was talking about specifically why these guys were playing it, not why it's played. If you're playing Stardust in your extra deck as well, then you can, of course. But these guys aren't making it unaffected, they're just using it to climb with. They're using the first effect. I was wondering why these guys are all using it. These guys aren't playing a second Stardust, right? So you need an actual Stardust Dragon to use the effect that makes it immune. I can't, Leah's waiting for us. Yeah, it's literally just being used to make Baron out of Excel in these dudes. If you're playing Stardust, you could use the second effect, but no one's using Stardust. Cool. Alright, that's pretty dope. It seems more like the people that are using it seem to be all playing all Labyrinth and are all playing fucking the Gamma. That's either the main use for it. I don't think I'll be using it to make a Labyrinth video, I'll be honest. Alright. On your... Okay, this card, I'm reading the name. It has to be a meme card, right? This can't be good, whatever it is. Surely not. On your mark, get set, Duel. When this card is activated, if you control no other cards, you can add one Synchron monster from your deck to your hand. Wait a minute. Wait. Maybe it actually is good. Once per turn during your standby phase, place one signal counter on this card. You can remove 2 signal counters from your field and send this face-up card to the graveyard, draw 2. Then send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard. Well, I mean, it's a search card. We do like searches. Do not read it, it's a scam. It's a search card. I like searches. Do you not enjoy searches? Yeah, the standby phase draw is a little bit troll, but I mean, we like searches here, don't we? Synchron overtake and tuning to the exact same thing. Yeah, but you can have more searches, Yak. You can have 9 searches instead of 6. Just more, yeah, literally more copies of tuning, more copies of that other Synchron card. I guess if you want more searches, you can play it. It's kind of hard to look up proper deck list for this archetype though, because it's so it is a deck of all time. We can say that. All right. Like, it is certainly a deck of all time. The thing is, you can search non-tuner, which is great for the deck. What's Synchron's non-tuner? Synchron? I thought the whole point of Synchron was that it's tuner. What's non-Synchron? Aren't they all tuners? They're all tuners, right? Are they not? Carrier? Oh, I can search this dude if you want him. Okay. Sure. Alright, well, if you want more searches in your deck, there's more searches for you. But in general, this won't make Stardust not shit. This gives Stardust specifically a immune big boss monster. And in any other deck, unless you want to play... If you want to play an extra Stardust Dragon in your extra deck, you can make an unaffected Baron. But otherwise, you can just use this to link climb into Baron without it being unaffected during your turn. Which seems like a few decks might do, like Labyrinth in the future, apparently. With specifically the hand trap. But other than that, I think that's all the cards, boys. I think that is all the cards. Shocker Yaks in chat, showing about Synchron? Yeah. Alright, so what are the thoughts, boys? I'm hell looking forward to the Naturia and this card. I'm going not Naturia. The for hire in this card, I'm 100% making videos on this one. I think this will be 2 day 1 videos, by the way. So I have probably this one first, followed by this one a few hours later, I imagine. Just I think these two will be fairly easy for me to make. Might be hard for me to get a specific replay of this one, but we'll see. Other decks I'm probably going to do a video on will be the Naturia Runic, which it sounds kind of cringe to make one, but I mean, I've got to make some decks from this pack, and that one seems like one of the good ones, so I might as well. Really not sure on this deck. It seems hella like... I don't know. It has some cool like interactions, but it seems so meh. Is this Salt Synchron? I missed what? I've gone through all the cards in here, Yak. What'd I miss? I covered these 3, unless there's another card in here. No, this dude's down here, Yak, somewhere. This is Salt Synchron. He's down here. We already covered him earlier. You have to rewind the stream to see what I said about that one. I've covered everything in here now. Ghoti only looks cool after your review. I mean, the card art looks dope. Like, it made a pretty decent thumbnail, if that's anything. Can you make a Naturia, Ishizu, Vernisylph? No, I didn't get many Vernisylph cards, or at least I decrafted them. I'm here now. Yeah, I'm not pausing the stream for you, buddy. Expect Rex and Donna to be Ultra and SR. I mean, you only need, for the specific, like, you only need 1 Donna, so Ultra Donna doesn't matter, because you'll probably get at least one of these, and if you don't, you only have to craft one. If they make Rex an Ultra Rare, my god, that would be cringe. That would be so cringe. I wouldn't be surprised if they do, but that would suck ass. Like, actually suck ass, having to need 3 of this. Considering you also, I will be running, you don't have to run this, but I'll be running the Dinosaur Searcher. Fossil something? Fossil Dig? This thing. I'm pretty sure I have 2 of these from when I was playing Dinomorphia. So I'll just need to craft a 3rd one. Because I really want to play this card. This seems hella fun. I'll be playing the shit out of Sprite for hire. At least at the start anyway. We'll give it a shot. So I need 3 of this, 3 Fossil Dig, and hopefully I need 1 of this. The other for hire cards were all cheap though, right? Please. He's Ultra Rare too? No! You're Ultra... No! I shouldn't have looked this up. It's going to make me depressed. Oh god, these 2 are both Ultra Rare as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, potentially 6. 7, 8, 9 with possible thing. There's 9 ultra rares for this package, bro. 9 ultra rares. Why did I search this up? Why did I Google it? Oh, I know. Maybe they'll be nice to us and make Rex and SR. Maybe. You know, no copium here, chat. He'll 100% be an SR. No, zero copium here, alright? Zero copium. Hero PTSD. Yeah, as for other stuff, I don't think I'll make a Plunder Patrol video, but if you like Plunder, this is definitely a good card for it. It makes it actually relevant enough to get tournament toppings, so if you're a Plunder player, rejoice. And that's really about it, boys. Can't really talk much about the Blackwing structure deck till it comes out, but it seems like it'll be fairly good based on that Decade video. It looks pretty alright. Top 4 YCS, by the way. Yeah, it's been there's quite a few for higher toppings, there's like 3 or 4 of them. Which is cool too, because one of them was pure, then there was the runic variant, there was the sprite variant, and there was the runic sprite. So it covered like the whole range for anyone that wants to play them. It's pretty dope. Anyway, boys, I think that's it for the stream. If you enjoyed it, you want to see me build these decks, remember to hit that subscribe button and like button, all that kind of stuff, because I'll be building quite a few of these decks. Most notably, like I said, Marincess, this dude in combination with Sprite, and probably Runic Naturia. And then from there, that's probably where we'll stop until the Blackwing deck comes out, probably. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like, subscribe, that kind of stuff. And yeah. Join the Discord if you want to see interesting chats about fish. Such as the one we had earlier. Oh my god, damn. Yeah, alright. Thanks for watching. Catch you all.